Hey guys, what's popping up? Welcome again to my channel. It's me again, coming to you from my lodge again, from that other side. So today is on a Sunday and I'm actually seated outside here, and as I'm counting, I'm just finding out that I'm only having some few days left for me to be here, you know. And actually I've just woken up, but before that I thought it was important I just pinpoint some of the things, you know, like those most overwhelming, you know, people or things or changes that I've come across. Yeah, so apparently guys, as I usually tell you, I've been in LiQWYD, Malawi, and now this is Lusaka. Yeah, this is Lusaka in Zambia. And the one thing I can tell you guys is that we don't have much differences, especially now that we share many things, you know. When it comes to food, when it comes to people, we are generally, I don't see a lot of changes, you know. When we come outside here, we expect to find a lot of culture change or culture shock. It may not apply that much in town, you know, because this is in town, but I'm assuming maybe if you go outside the villages, you might find those changes there. But here in town, life is just normal, like no one cares, you know. So one thing I've learned, we shall still continue. So one thing I've learned, or one thing I've really loved about being Lusaka, is that people here, the Zambians in Lusaka, they are very accommodative actually. Very accommodative and very warm. I remember the first day I came, although I was having someone who was waiting for me. When I was coming here, it's not like that past time when I was going to Malawi. You know, when I went to Malawi, I was all alone. I had to figure everything out by myself. But when I was coming here, my younger sister was here, and she was like, you know, I'm gonna show you how to do some few things before I go home. As I told you guys, remember I told you in my previous video what happens, especially when you come to Central Africa, West African countries. Most of these countries, you are given only 3 months visa, you know, like you can only get to stay for only 3 months, and immediately your days lapse. That is just, you are only given 30 days, no, 3 months every year. So that means now that I came last year around November, or was it? So I can be able to come this year from November. But that differs from Malawi, you know. When I checked from the immigration office of Malawi, they told me once your days lapse, for example, 3 months, you can exit, then you enter again, even without wasting time. Like you can spend even 6 months, then you exit, then you enter again. They don't have that kind of limiting immigrants, and I think that was very cool. And apparently I listened to a certain video of a certain African YouTuber, where he mentioned that, you know, like Africa should be a country, you know. It's like we found these boundaries that were put by people who are not Africans, so they have already set boundaries for us, you know. And when I look into it, and I'm like, it's like we are still colonized mentally, don't you think, guys? Yeah, because if you go to European countries, we know them as they are, but from the history that we have about Africa, you know, the boundaries were put there by the people who are interested with the Africa resources, you know. And yeah, so I think that was nice. I also do congratulate our president, or maybe let's say a Kenyan president and South African one, because at least, even if we are not, we may not be able to spend as long time as we want in South Africa, and likewise for them, at least we have some time. We can go spend some time there visa free. And I think this should happen actually everywhere in Africa. What do you guys think? So guys, sorry, I went overboard, but that's still African stories. So as I was saying, When you come in Lusaka, expect not that much difference. The town is so calm. It's developing as well. You know, I think I love being here. I love being here more than being in Lilongwe, because Lilongwe is still growing. Also, Lusaka is still growing. Nairobi is as well growing. But I think so many things are very accessible from here. For example, I noticed when I was in Malawi, I couldn't send money directly to M-Pesa. You know, it's either you have an account, a bank account, so that you are able to transfer directly, or maybe you can use these transfers companies or agents called Mukuru. And I wasn't even able to register in Malawi because they were asking a lot of requirements. And by then, the only thing that I was having was only my passport. You know, so I think they should also do something. I also saw somewhere about the African currency. I don't know how possible is that, but I know there is a possibility, you know, because it felt so weird. Not unless you have, you know, the best thing about having mobile transfers, it's very instant. You can sort out anything, anytime, everywhere, you know. And I think that is what we should be having in every country. So I also noticed when I was in Malawi, I wasn't able to transact from Airtel or MTN directly to my Safaricom number. That was very weird. So I also think the communication companies, the likes of MTN, Airtel, Safaricom, they should make sure that you are able to transact anywhere, everywhere you are. You know, that is your movement. It is your transaction. They make business out of it. You know, that's what I think. I mean, what you experience with money transfers, especially when you are in these countries, like I think that is one thing that have really, you know, have kept me on the corner. Like I'm wondering, we have a very sharp government. The Africa is growing, you know, but we still have some challenges that I think they should be sorted within the borders of the countries, you know. Yeah. So now, guys, I also noticed I almost had a tough entry when I was coming from Malawi to Zambia because I came by bus. It is somehow almost turned, you know, somehow off. But who's God? Something just happened and then I just had to pass, you know. Let me tell you one thing, guys. If you happen to come through a certain border via a bus, and they only happen to tell you they'll give you less than enough of what you need, just take whatever it is that they are giving. If they give you a week, 2 days, 3, just take it. You know, eventually when you land at the city where all things happen, you'll be able to secure those days. You know, you don't have to do what you're not supposed to do at the borders, you know. And yeah, but I think the overall experience have been so good. Guys, I'm only counting days here in Lusaka, and I'm happy that I'll be able to leave this place and maybe go focus on my other goals. Being here have really been amazing. This was not even my last year's plan because I came here last year. But again, who is God? I was able to travel three countries last year, you know. And I don't know what God holds for me. I don't know, you know. The only thing I think, although I don't need to stay longer, I don't have to apply the business permits or whatever because my work doesn't allow me. And of course, I don't want to be somewhere. I don't want to be held somewhere. I need to be someone who is on the move all the time, you know. Yeah. So guys, what's your experience being in this? If you've been in Lusaka, what is your experience? And guys, I forgot to mention. There is this one joint that you usually go to get food. It's called Hungry Lion. So Hungry Lion is the like of Chicken Inn or KFC in Nairobi. You guys, when you come here, you should try that. I like it, you know. The other thing I haven't been able to do. What have I not been able to do? I think that is all. I've been having a very ease life, an ease. How do you call it? My life have been at ease all the time that I've been here, and I think that is so amazing. So if you happen to be in Lusaka, let me know where you are. How's your life here? What is it you like most? You know? yeah, I think Lusaka have got a lot of things to offer. I think I love almost everything about it. And not even to mention, how can I even forget to mention about the infrastructure? How can I forget to mention about their infrastructure? Guys, I'm telling you, the roads here, especially in Lusaka town, they are top notch. I'm not talking about outside there in the villages or in those other towns. And apparently I haven't been able to visit any other town, not even Livingstone, not even, I actually wanted to go to Livingstone. I also wanted to go to Kitwe, Dola, you know, the likes of those towns. But I was not able because I've been so held up here. You know, I feel bad that I'll be leaving Lusaka without going to see the Victoria Falls. I was told between February and April, that is when they have a lot of, you know, like they have a lot of water there. But imagine, I feel so sorry that I've not been able to go back to go there. But again, who is God? You never know. Perhaps I might come back as a tourist. Of course, I'll definitely come back, you know. But generally, it's a nice place. So guys, if you're planning to come to either or more Central African countries, continue. Don't let anything to hold you back. Keep the fear back. So far as it is a country that is able to speak a language that you understand, that is one thing I also consider. I love to travel to countries that speak English. Last time I checked, I wanted to travel to Angola, but I noticed after a thorough research, I noticed Angola, it is a very grown country actually. It's a very nice country, a very grown one. But unfortunately, they speak Portuguese. I don't even know how to say hi in Portuguese. Also, there are other countries, you know, like Angola was colonized by Portugal, I guess. So that's why they speak Portuguese. If you go to other countries like Congo and Mozambique, you know, some of these countries speak French. I'm not in a position to speak French. Although I know there are a number of people who can speak some good English, but what percentage is that? You know, how will it better? How will it make it better for you in communication? Because my business is about communication, so that is another thing that I consider. So I love Mozambique. I think that is another country I would have wanted to go. Angola, you know. But again, we have to go step by step. We have everything set for its time. And God is the planner, and He makes it happen for us once we believe in Him. Yes, guys. So, yep. Thank you for watching this video until this extent. If you found this video valuable, come on, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. And if you're new here, yes, my name is Josephine. It's always a pleasure seeing you guys here. So always remember to like all the videos that you watch, especially my videos, and of course subscribe. I mean, why not? So that's it for today, guys, and until next time, ciao and take care. See you.